is your role changing maybe in the Jan Jensen era? What would you say kind of your points of emphasis will be?
Yeah, so off the court, more recruiting. So I'll take the lead on that, which has been fun over the last few months, just getting a little bit more waist deep in that. I mean, I had a big part in it before, but now just taking it over and deciding, who's going to do all the things and being in charge of that. But I would say on the floor, obviously I have my position group, but I think she's going to charge me with defense as well. And so that's kind of always been my passion on the defensive end of the floor. It's really funny because I've always worked for very offensive-minded head coaches.
Right. Central Michigan.
Central Michigan, and then with Lisa and then with Jan. And so it'll be interesting to see like the things that I present, if they'll come to fruition or not. But I think I may be able to move the needle just a little bit more in terms of, getting us to pick up.
We're waiting for that press. We're waiting for the press, right?
Yeah, and I do think, when we talk about it, I don't think we're going to press for 40 minutes by any means, but I do think maybe after free throw here and there, after timeout, like we will begin to work on some of those things just to develop a little bit more of that dog mentality on defense.
I mean, I just talked to Abby, and she's like pretty impressed with Lucy as a defender. You might have a different type of defensive team this year, huh?
Yeah, I think we're fast. I think we're long. I think we'll be able to switch out onto some different people. I think Lucy definitely brings a great defensive presence. I mean, she's trying to figure out our defensive scheme, but once she's like on the ball, it's like, whoa, okay, she can get after it. I mean, she's getting lots of tips, not really getting beat defensively. Kylie has always been a great defensive presence for us, and so watching those two in tandem, I think it's been really fun, especially down there. Sometimes I'm turning around watching Abby's group because they're in Abby's group, but then you even think like Ava Hayden, who, I mean, her vertical is insane. I mean, she's already tall, but I think she's going to be able to adjust some things around the rim. If anybody gets beat, I think she's going to be a great help side. So I think we will look a little bit different defensively this year. I'm excited about it.
Okay, and her vertical's not as good as yours was.
No, not
back
quite.
in the day.
We'll get her there, though.
I mean, it's too bad about the torn ACL because I'd love to have you throwing down here.
I know. I wish I could, but now I'm where my shooters at. I'm a three-point shooter now. So.
How do you just watching Kate Martin, all the just crazy rise? What do you think of all that, and how does that maybe help the Iowa program knowing hey, the 3s and 4s here can thrive at the next level? It's not just Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, no, I think that's kind of set the precedent of where this group can go. And so, Sydney and I this week just start having those conversations. What's your goal once you leave here? I mean, are we talking you're going to start a job, or are you talking you're going to squeak in the third round, maybe get in the second round? And so having those conversations, because there's a precedent that this group can. And so, even as the freshmen are coming in, I'm asking them, what are your goals for yourself? Not just this year, but for your career here. It's going to be tough as a freshman, and if you call Kate, it was very tough because she didn't play. Even her second year, I mean, she was trying to figure it out. So give yourself grace, but if you can stay with it, stay the course, stay coachable, stay in the gym, that anything is possible, with this program and especially in this position group.